Hello students. Today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is natural vegetation of India. Well, first, when you talk of the natural vegetation actually refers to those vegetations which actually grows naturally without any human effort. Those vegetations which grow naturally without any human effort, such vegetation can be termed as natural vegetation. In fact, if we use the term vegetation, it of course includes number of things. Even agricultural crops can be termed as vegetation. But as the human beings play a role in the agriculture, as a result of which agriculture cannot be called as natural vegetation. Before going further, you need to know the basic difference between three terms, that is flora, vegetation and forest. Flora. The term actually refers to the plants of a particular region or period. Refers to plants of a particular region or period. In fact, this flora actually is normally listed as a species and considered as a group. Like for example, Eastern Himalayas have almost 4,000 species of plants which vary from tropical to temperate, or you can say alpine vegetation, which increases with altitude. Now coming to vegetation. Vegetation actually refers to the assemblage of plant species living in association with each other in a given environmental setup. That is, number of vegetation trees that are found within a particular environment setup, that can be termed as the vegetation. Like for example, coastal mangroves are there, even roadside weeds that are cultivated gardens, lawns, they are grown over a particular environmental area. That's why the term vegetation is there. But when we use the term forest, it actually refers to a large tract of land which is covered by trees and shrubs. That is actually the forest. Now coming to natural vegetation of India, India actually has got wide variety of forest and natural vegetation which actually varies from region to region, because India is a vast country and different types of climatic conditions prevail in different parts of India, as a result of which we have different types of natural vegetation in different parts. For example, if we look at the Western Ghat region, this Andaman and Nicobar Island region, and also this northeastern part of the country, as these areas receive very high amount of rainfall, they have what we call tropical rainforest or tropical evergreen forest. Similarly, the Himalayan regions that are there, we have what we call temperate type of vegetation. This area of Rajasthan, of course, desertic area, they have what we call arid type of vegetation or desert type of vegetation. Similarly, if we find large areas of the country that are, when the monsoon rainfall is there, it is covered by what we call the deciduous forest. Based on the climatic conditions, the country's forest can be divided broadly into 5 categories. That is tropical evergreen forest, then there is tropical deciduous forest, then there is tropical desert forest, then there is littoral or mangrove forest. It is also sometimes known as tidal forest. And of course, the last one, mountain or mountain forest. Now let's start with one by one, a brief description of each type of forest types. Let's start with the first one, that is tropical evergreen forest. Well, the tropical evergreen forest is found normally in areas which has rainfall more than 200 centimeter rainfall. This forest actually can be found in large areas of this Western Ghat region. This part, this Western Ghat region, we have this type of forest. Then this type of forest is found in this area of the country, that is Andaman and Nicobar Island. Then apart from it, we also find that this type of forest is found in the Lakshadweep region. Then there are some parts of Tamil Nadu which have this type of forest, and of course some regions of the northeastern part of the country which have got this type of forest. Normally in the areas where this type of forest, I have already told you, more than 200 centimeter of rainfall, and they have an average temperature which is normally between 25 degree to 30 degree Celsius. Now, some of the characteristic feature of the trees of this forest. First, these forests are extremely dense in nature. Second thing, the trees have what we call multi-layered structure. Multi-layered structure, it appears to be, suppose one tree is there, the next tree would be slightly higher in this way. All the trees may not have of the same height. One appears to be rising. Apart from it, the second thing that is there, the tropical evergreen forest, as the name suggests, they remain green or evergreen throughout the year. That is, they do not shed their leaves all at a time. All the leaves are not shed at the same time. That's why they remain evergreen. They have great height, varying between 45 to 60 meters. The trees of the forest are so dense, they are so close together that their branches intermingle, एक दूसरे के साथ जुड़ जाता है, and they form a canopy over the forest areas, that is covering over the forest areas, which prevents the sun rays from entering into the forest areas, as a result of which the forest areas remain dark and gloomy even during the daytime. The trees have hardwood and the ground more or less remains wet throughout the year. Then apart from it, we find the evergreen forest trees, they have broad leaves, and wide variety of trees can be found within a short area. अलग अलग तरह के पेड़ पाए जाते हैं. Some important example of evergreen trees, there is of course mahogany, rosewood, ironwood, ebony, tun, glass, sisu, gurjan. Then there is, apart from it, there is palm, there is of course cane, mango. These are some of the trees that are found in the evergreen. The trees having hardwood, they are normally used in the manufacture of furniture. They are used for making railway sleepers. Then they are of course used for making boats, carts, etc. Now let's move on to the second type of forest, that is tropical deciduous forest. Well, tropical deciduous forest, these forests are normally found in areas where one can find monsoon type of climate. These forests also are popularly known as monsoon forest, and it is the most common type of forest that is found in our country. This forest again is divided into two types. One is moist deciduous and dry deciduous. Moist deciduous forest and dry deciduous forest. The most common type of forest that is found in our country. Moist deciduous slightly in higher rainfall areas, particularly like West Bengal is there, Jharkhand is there, these parts of Andhra Pradesh, then Tamil Nadu area is there. In these areas, we have what we call moist deciduous, that is slightly higher amount of rainfall. Areas we have this type of forest. If we look at forest, that is the dry deciduous. If we divide almost like this in a, then we can actually find the deciduous forest areas. These dry deciduous forest areas almost in a line they are found. Now if we look in terms of areas where they are found, then of course we can find this forest in most of the states of our country. Now coming to some of the characteristics of this type of trees, the first and foremost is of course they also have broadleaf, they have hardwood, then apart from it the forest areas are comparatively less dense, but undergrowth vegetation is there in this type of forest. Also the trees are of medium height. Now basic difference between the moist deciduous and the dry deciduous, though the trees are more or less the same, they are found normally in areas where the rainfall is between 100 to 200 centimeter, and this one found normally between 70 to 100 centimeter in areas where the rainfall is between 70 to 100 centimeters. Some of the common trees: sal, teak, peepal, neem, sandalwood, then apart from it jackfruit is there, pallas, mahua, bamboo, mulberry. All these are some of the trees that are found in the tropical deciduous forest. Normally this type of forest are used to make frames of doors, windows, furniture, plywood, construction works, and apart from it they are also used for making packing boxes. Now the next one is tropical desert forest. Tropical desert forest, these forests are also known as tropical thorn forest, also popularly known as arid forest also. Now this type of forest obviously is found mainly in western part of Rajasthan and central and eastern part of Rajasthan, parts of Gujarat, then southwestern part of Punjab, and what we call rain shadow regions of Karnataka, Maharashtra or Deccan Plateau region. Here also this type of forest is found. Now normally this type of forest is found in areas which gets less than 50 centimeter of rainfall. Now, some of the characteristics of this forest, the vegetation mainly consists of what we call shrubs and bushes. They are highly scattered, हर दूर दूर पे पाए जाते हैं. Then they have thorns in them. They have what we call long roots. Long roots. Apart from that, waxy leaves are there. Spines are also common in this type of vegetation. Long roots to take out water from below the soil. Such type of trees, you may be knowing that they are normally known as xerophytes. Also, this type of vegetation have very low height, hardly 6 to 10 meters in height. Now, example of these trees is of course babul. Then there is bear, date palm, kher, khejri, acacia. Then of course cactus is there, Senegal is there. These are some of the example of this type of forest. Now let's move on to the next one, that is littoral. Littoral or mangrove or tidal forest. Littoral virtually means near the seashore or in the shore. That's why the term this forest, as they are found along the sea coast, that's why they are termed as littoral forest. Affected by tides, that's why they are also known as tidal forest. The mangrove vegetation normally is found along the coastal areas. Maximum concentration is of course this region, what we call the Sundarban region. Apart from this, one can find this forest in the Mahanadi, Godavari and Kaveri Delta areas, and some parts of Andaman and Nicobar Islands also have this type of vegetation. Now, the features of this type of vegetation, the trees actually remains submerged under the water. The roots of the trees remain submerged under the water. In fact, the plants are such that they can adapt to the saline water conditions. Also, the vegetation is normally of evergreen type, and the tree trunks are actually supported by stilt like roots, which actually have holes in them through which the plants normally breathe. Such type of plants, you again may be knowing, are normally known as new metaphor. Okay, now this vegetation normally, as it grows mostly in the silt water, muddy water, as a result of which they don't have great vertical expansion, but the horizontal expansion of this vegetation is actually much more. Examples of these trees, the best example is of course Sundari trees. It is from this tree only the Sundarban region has got its name. Apart from Sundari, there is of course Keora, Garan, then Agar, then Bhara, Geora, Garjan, Hogla, Golpata, Kea. These are some of the trees that are found in this type of forest. Now, uses of mangrove forest, particularly the Sundari trees, provide hardwood timber not only for construction, building purposes, but also for boat making. They are also used as fuel wood. They are also used as poles of the houses. Poles, that is the support supporting structure of the houses, thatched houses that are there, they are normally done with that only. Now let's move on to the last one, that is the montane. Montane forest or mountain forest. Now, mountain forest actually is found in the what we call the Himalayan region, these western Himalayas and eastern Himalayas, though they are also found in some parts of southern India, hilly areas of southern India. In fact, we can divide them also as the northern mountain forest and southern mountain forest. Now, this type of forest actually varies with altitude. Their chief characteristic that the type of trees actually varies normally with the altitude. Normally up to 1500 meter, we have what we call evergreen trees. Evergreen trees like Sisu is there, Chaplas is there, Sal, Teak is there. Between 1500 to 2000 meter, we have mixed forest of evergreen as well as deciduous trees. Among the deciduous trees like oak, maple is there. Then between 2500 to 3500 or sometimes even 4000 meters, one can find the presence of softwood coniferous trees, and beyond 3500 meter till the snow line, we have what we call alpine vegetation, which consists of trees like juniper, rhododendron, and apart from that, what we call shrubs and grasslands in the higher altitudes. Now, the forest also exhibits layered structure. They appear to be rising one above the another. It's not that the trees are not of the same height, but as they are located along the slope of the mountain, they appear to be rising one above the other. Another thing, this type of forest that are there, they are highly useful, particularly for manufacture of paper, then plywood, also matchboxes. They are commonly used for making, that too particularly the softwood of the coniferous trees. I will stop this video at this point of time only. In my next video, I will discuss about the conservation of forests.